and welcome back to Runescape Quest 105, Royal Trouble, Episode 2. Oh, guard. Sorry, sir, nobody's allowed down here by the order of the king. From the Regent, I order you to let me go down there. You're the Regent, well, I didn't vote for you. Sorry, Mr. Regent, nobody can go into the dungeon without the king say so. Look, the king gave me a scroll saying I have access to the dungeons. I have it right here. Let's have a look, then. There you go. All seems to be in order. Right, your highness, you're free to go down there. Try not to be eaten by the monsters. Okay. Oh wow, there's straight up just houses down here. Oh, there's just everything down here. The miscellaneous first clothing store. We sell clothing made especially for Fremniks and dwarves. Is there anything, your highness? What's it like living down here? It's very spacious. One of the dwarves said that the caves go on for miles. I don't like these rumors I've heard about the other caves, though. What rumors? I think there might be monsters in there. You'd be best to talk to the dwarves who are excavating. You know all about these stories. Ferd. Good day, sir. What are you doing down here? We're extending the case so more people can live in it. Miscellaneous aren't so bad. They appreciate the benefits of living underground. Such as? You don't get rained on, for example. Because there's some problems, like the monster's Donal sore. Someone saw a monster? Can you tell me more? The king asked me to investigate. One of the dwarves he was working with Assad, his name is Donal. He went further into the case of planar excavations, and while later he came out shaking. And then never since. Oh boy, you know what? I have experience with drunken dwarves. What do you want? One of the dwarves said you saw something in the caves beyond this one. I don't care what they said, I'm not going back in there. Not with monsters like that in one of those caves. It had huge teeth and flaming red eyes and was almost the size of the tunnel. If it attacks a town. Are you an adventurer by any chance? An adventurer and regent of Miscellanea. In that case, could you go and deal with that monster? I don't want to have to face it again if it attacks the town. Of course, dealing with monsters is what I do best. You want to get into the other caves first, of course. Crack on the wall where others are digging, but the rocks are loose, so it can fall on you if you're not careful. I can give you a mining prompt to keep them from falling if you give me a mining to find it. So all I have to do is get through that wall? No, if they're that one way, you can get further climbing up an eyelash and crawling through a tunnel. The walls are slippery. I think I might have broken the lift when I fell off it on my way back. If I need that fix the lift, I doubt you'll be able to climb it. And the monsters behind that tunnel? Somewhere behind it, I couldn't get very far with the flooding of the tunnel. Some rope and some blanks near the broken lift, you could probably come in handy. Ah, there's a mining prop. I knew I had it somewhere. It's a giant, like, wooden beams. There you go, good luck finding the monster. He had it in his pocket. I was checking for the Arc mini quest. I just realized I didn't actually factor that in my level up process. Okay, wood cutting needs to be 90. Just gonna do this now before I forget. Oh boy. 90. 91. 90, 90, 91, 90, 86. So much for being like, oh, I don't have to get that high for all this. And then bloody 90 divination. It's not if I need to shore up the walls before I can go through. Shore them up. Edge in the walls to stop the rocks falling. I can't see it though. Huh. There's coal rocks in here. Take up the entire engine. That's a 1 kilogram engine, huh? Lift manual. Troubleshooting your AMCE lift in a box. My lift doesn't work. Have you added the pulleys? Make sure you have a long top beam with a pulley and pulleys. The 2 cross beams. We recommend Acme pulley beams in a box. Attach a rope when one of your Acme ropes in a box through the pulleys. If platform broken, repair with one of your Acme beams in a box. Head of the engine. The Acme lift in a box does not include an engine. Have you added coal to the engine? All compatible coal engines have a maximum load of 5 chunks of coal. AMCE. Wait a second. Were you the people who also made the lighthouse? It's in a box, pulley beams in a box, beams in a box, and ropes in a box, or which are trade mix. Alley Morrison Commercial Enterprise. Bloody alley. Jeez. Should add a crossbeam. Stable now. Okay. Thank you for telling me. I didn't even pay attention. I just read the book and that. Yeah, there are planks up there. Is that not the lift? I guess lift platform. Okay, somehow. Okay, buddy, how long do you need it? How did I get up there? Should use a rope. Oh, so that doesn't fall over? Okay. I guess that makes sense because you wouldn't want it to just be like that. And then I want to put it in an engine. Okay, what do you mean nothing happened? Now put the engine. Oh, never mind, I can get rid of that rope. Okay, you really gonna do me like this? Okay. Going up. Corridors of power. I needed that rope, apparently. There's a rope out there and smoke. 2 campfires. What? Fine. Let me just walk across it, dude. I know you don't want to get your silk shoes wet, but... What happened there, though? We accidentally attached you to the wrong point. A burnt diary with 1 page in embers. Hi, Arnold Burnson, read at your peril. If you steal this book, my dad will beat you up. Border plank, huh? Why do you gotta do this? Second part, luckily enough. Year 3 of trials, day 20. Doing really badly at the trial. Oh, Fermic trials. Meredith broke his lyre for the 5th time, healed, got lost in the maze again. Reading and Signy were both sick all over Manny. When are we gonna finish these trials and become adults? My father keeps telling me to improve, saying that I should try harder to become a proper Fermic adult. 4 of trials, day 144. The trials aren't going well. We were almost fighting a cow, and Biegus almost fell into the furnace. My father saved him and swinging from the molten iron all over the adults. Escalen's already becoming an adult and keeps making fun of us. He really annoys me. Wait, Ascaleton? He's an adult? Good, let's keep it that way. Year 5 of trials. It's not fair. Father said that me and my friends might never pass the trials. I don't want us helping other people with their trials either, and now he says we have to leave Relica. How can they exile us? Something tells me don't stand on those. There's a bunch of people there. There are those kids. Armon. Your father trials 89. He said she heard about 2 Iron Kingdoms that had been at war for hundreds of years. If we go there and make peace, will my father finally agree that we're true Fermic adults? Day 93. Life's not fair. We go to the Island Kingdoms, and they say that an adventurer had recently made peace by promising to marry the daughter of the king. This always happened to us. If we just got in a little earlier, I could have married the king's daughter. Day 95. Bria said that just because they're at peace now doesn't mean they'll always be. So he's a plan. You guys did this, didn't you? Yep. His plan is great. Now all we have to do is find the right armor and place in one of the caves. Father is going to be so impressed with me. So they basically set up this war. That looks done on purpose. As a semi-experienced adventurer, I know how to deal with obvious, like, I go on that and that's gonna, like, well, it's gonna fall, basically. Why is he burning his diary of one thing at a time? 5, day 98, the plans work, the kings are at war again, no one knows we were those soldiers. All we need to do is make peace. Council will be so impressed that they'll make us adults right away. And what did we get it so wrong? Just about to get the goods back, but there are monsters in there. I'm not going anywhere near those giant steak, and I think Snake and the others agree with me. Cold and hungry can't get back to town because we got drunk and then they couldn't pay. It's so bad that we've had to burn bits of my diary to keep warm. Someone please help us. Oh, there definitely are snakes. Hello. What do we do now? Have we gotten drunk in that inn, Signy? Here's Signy. We could have stayed there for longer. It wasn't just me who got drunk. You look like you're about to puke all over the barmaid. Oh, fucking teenagers are drinking. I didn't throw up anyway. I couldn't help it, I just have a weak stomach. You know better, Hild. You said you knew where we were, now look at us. Cold, we're hungry, now we're lost. It wouldn't have been so cold if Armand had more diary pages he'd let us use. Hey, I have to write down what's happening. His father won't believe me when I tell him. If father listened to what you'd say, we wouldn't be here. We'd have passed the trials and we'd be proper adults. But these do not look like Fremniks, by the way, especially that guy. Besides, it's not like we'll ever even look at the rubbish you written in your diary. If only my father would come and save us. If only someone would come and save us. Hey, I'm someone. Someone's coming. Quick, let's hide. What if it's that monster again? What if it's one of the townspeople? My father found out what we were doing. Search for hiding. Hey, where am I gonna hide? Shh, just any part of the scenery or something. You were smart enough to make a good rock. You want me to hit you? Just act normal, Armand, and hurry. Okay. Hello there. Don't bother me. Sorry? I said don't bother me. Being a rock at the moment. You can't be a rock. I heard you talking to people earlier. What did you hear? Your name is Armand, isn't it? I found your diary. What? How did you get it? Give it back. Not until you tell me what's going on. What should I tell you? We're gonna do really well and show my father that we're true adults. What? By starting a war? What the? Did you read my diary? Yes, all of it. What are you even doing in these caves anyway? Everyone else was scared to come down here. Well, I'm the regent of Miscellany. The king asked me to take a look. You're the regent? Before, I think you better come out now. We're in big trouble. That's impression of a rock you did there, Armand. See the adventure we heard about then? The one who married the princess. Yes, that's me. And you fired the people mentioned in Armand's diary, right? Armand, you should have burnt it all. Did you steal those goods from the Zyphreiums and Miscellaneans? It must be his idea, not mine. He said that we disguised ourselves as soldiers, we could convince both the king and queen they were under attack, and it almost worked too. It would have worked if it wouldn't have been for that huge snake. What huge snake? We put the things we taken somewhere safe so we could get them back when we made peace again. Things was going well until we got back to the place and a giant sea snake had moved in. It was made a nest out of all the boxes and barrels. I don't care about the plan. If you can get rid of the sea snake, we'll be really grateful to you. We can't even get out of these dungeons while it's there. I agree with him. I need to get back home. It's cold here, we got no food, and we can't go back to town. After we got drunk and then didn't pay our bill. So will you get rid of that sea snake? Of course I was going to do that anyway. So much, you saved us from the brink of death. Can I ask you for one more thing? What is it? Please don't tell my father how badly we messed up. Yeah, sure. Middling kids, huh? So you still have a barrel, though. Yeah, of course. Sea snakes. Baby sea snakes. Snake! Wait, is that a... eggs? Sea snake young. Snake, snake, oh, it's young snake. Seemed docile enough. Just got light. Wait, is this it? Well, this is definitely the Ep2. Do I need another one? That is a giant sea snake, alright. Let me get in here. Well, either way, it's gonna die. Bit of a waste this is, but whatever. And that's that. I guess this is a snake, so it wouldn't make sense if it had a bunch of bones. 30 though. Hey, he's from Falador. How many do I have? 12. I'll assume that's all I need. Hello down there, are you alright? Who's that? Up here, above this hole. I turned on a rope, you sounded like you were trapped in there. Shouldn't I go and tell those kids? Suppose you managed to get out of there without breaking your bones. I can't let you go back down in there until the queen says it's safe. Your Majesty! What is it? Why was he so aggressive at the very beginning? I found out what was causing all those problems. 13 years from Relica came to Exeter to prove themselves as adults. They said they tried to start a war which they'd then stop and be hailed as peacemakers. They were the ones who disguised themselves as soldiers. He explains what the citizens said about the armies, I suppose. What about the items that went missing? Wasn't my problem involving a sea snake. But I dealt with it and got the items back. Finally, ruler Miscellany is willing to do something for his neighbors. Do you have the items with you? Yes, I have them with me. Thank you, Barlick. You've shown yourself to be an excellent diplomat warrior, not a combination that comes naturally to many. My citizens would like their items back, of course. One of my guards will deal with items for you, and you'll be provided with a suitable reward. I have a letter that I would like you to give to Vargas. The war is a mistake, and I have made a formal apology. I'll make sure to give it to him, Your Majesty. Thank you for your help, Barlock. To show our gratitude to the woodcutters and other workers of Exeter, add a portion of what they produce to your treasury. As you finish giving these items back, please give my letter to Vargas. Oh, really? Sure should be reading this. I shouldn't read other people's letters. I won't read that. It's for the king, not for me. Because, everyone... I've got it right here. Vargas, I'm sorry to tell you that I won't be declaring war. The region has come in a plot to make us distrust each other, and I'd rather have my own reasons to go to war than be tricked into it. Told me about the sea snake he killed. You made a good choice of him as ruler. Our kingdoms are linked by caves. Perhaps we should be working in our dungeons together. If you ever find someone who can take that Yeti curse off you, please let me know. You're more than a fool, but so am I. I think we'd be well suited to each other. I don't know if... How are your investigations going, Barlock? I found the people who took the goods from you citizens. Those Exeterian soldiers? Not exactly. They weren't Exeterian soldiers at all, after all. Teenagers from Relica were trying to prove themselves as adults by starting a war and then bringing about peace. Or then just go through the trials as usual. Those are the ones that the council warned me about. Apparently some of the young'uns are impressively useless. I can't believe they started a war between Miscellany and Exeter just to show they were adults. At least you found the missing goods, so you had them with you. I'm afraid not, Majesty. They were far too many for me to carry. That's a pity. We'll have to send people down to collect them later, then. And I also spoke to Queen Sigrid of Zyphreium. Give me a letter for you, which she was a formal apology. Oh, do you have this letter with you? Of course, man. Here you are. Let me see. You defeated the sea snake? Sigurd seems rather impressed with that. Heavens underneath their palace are joined to ours, I see. She thinks we should join forces to develop them for more houses. That's not what I expected from Sigurd. What is it, Your Majesty? She says if I weren't a yellow, she might want to get to know me better. We're both warring me and fools. She thinks we'll get on well. I suppose she has a point there. This brand suggestion worked, and I didn't even do anything. What was that? Nothing, Your Majesty. You want to give a reply to Queen Sigrid? No, I'll think about it for a while. Thought, though I'd rather like to tell her I'm sorry for calling her a warmongering harpy. Tell me more like you managed to avert a war and bring the culprits to light. Miscellany will have to reward you for this. Yeah, the Exeterians are also grateful for your help and pledge some of their resources. Not they're going to deal with those just as before. Alright, 1 quest point, 20k coins, 5k agility, Slayer Constitution, especially from Miscellany, and 2 training candies. So now this place is actually worth its rent. What was it? Teak and herbs? Okay, so mahogany. Maple, maybe, because I can get tree seeds. I know. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with coal, honestly. Alright, but anyways, we still have more stuff to do. Okay, let's see. Got these. Brain hide, I need those. I will actually convert those. Which tells me that I forgot to actually pull out my magic training ones, actually. Okay, so trivia. Well, there's no trivia, but there's cultural references. The Lift manual frequently mentions AMCE pulley beams in a box. C is a reference to Acme, a mail-order company in Warner Bros. Cartoons. It's used by Wiley Coolidge to purchase items to catch the Roadrunner. In-game AMC is a reunion for Allen Morrison's corporate enterprises. So go to miscellaneous. If you can go down into the dungeon, you will say, "You're the regional, I didn't vote for you." The line is similar to one in the movie Monty Python and Holy Grail. I forgot about that. In the quest, Teenager Rain says it would have worked if it hadn't been for that huge snake. This reference to cartoon studio Scooby-Doo. Music in this area, middling kid supports the solution. Only in the quest, you talk to junior character, so I showed that the war was based on a misunderstanding. Sending an exterior or peace again, to which you prize war. What is it good for? To which you say absolutely nothing. Quoted from the Edwin Starr song, War. Anyways, yeah, now that's going to be it for this episode, though, so I almost stopped it before I ended the actual episode, so enjoy this video, you know what to do. See ya!